and I hope I'm wrong. I really do, but it is what it is. So, but anyway, what we cooking today?
So we're gonna talk about do men really prefer women with BBLs and surgeries and the cosmetics and everything in that retrospect? That we got carried away with Sierra and Russell. But you know what? This is all about the dialogue of man and woman. So it kind of all folds in. And then after we talk about do men prefer women with BBLs and surgeries and all that stuff, and then we'll fold into Kiki Palmer and Darius Jackson. So it all folds in one way or another.
Okay, cool, cool. All right, so what do you think? What do you think that men like aesthetically? Just, aside from the BBL, aesthetically, what do you think most men like?
Well, I'll jump in from a Southern perspective. Like when I go south and I see Southern men, they just love women. They don't care if she has
Yeah.
the fat ass or even like, let's say maybe her ass might not be the fattest, but she has like big titties or whatever, and her ass might not be the fattest or whatever, but they just love women. Southern men,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Um, they just love women,
Yeah.
and then but then when you think of it like nationwide, America at least, right, or the United States or whatever, um, it's crazy. Yeah, they men do like women with surgery and BBLs and all that stuff.
You honestly believe that?
Yeah, but it also intermingles with the hypersexual culture, and being that that's the culture in terms of like popularity and stuff, it's there, it's easy access and it's available. But I've seen men like date women with BBLs and they like use them for money, and I just be laughing and I'd be like, oh, okay, shit, go ahead, do what you want, because she doesn't respect herself, she doesn't respect what God gave to her. So why do you have to respect her as a man? And it's just something when it comes to this BBL thing and cosmetic surgery or breast implants or the whole, just anything that a woman does to alter her body, it's deceit, it's catfish, and it goes away from how God created you. So whether it's in the flesh, whether it's spiritual, it's wrong.
So why do you think that men overall prefer BBLs or the whole surgery thing? Why do you think? Why do you? Why is that? Why are you of that opinion?
I don't think that they necessarily prefer that. I don't know. The way I've come to know men, it's on the basis of to each his own. So, like I said, the Southern men, they love natural women, right? She doesn't necessarily have to have the fattest ass, but the Southern men, they just love women. But there's this whole, that's the image constantly being put out. You figure over the past decades, we have black women that are naturally voluptuous, right? Then you have like Hollywood, when it came to the trends of everything, their original standard, whether it's next top model or anything like that, was, oh, we want our women to be slim, slender, petite with a little bit of height to them, to meet the criteria to be an America's Next Top Model, or to meet the Hollywood standard, so to speak. But then over the years, like around what 2006, 2007, when Kim Kardashian and Ray J's sex tape was leaked out and everything like that, Kim Kardashian, when she had that shape, and mind you, Kim Kardashian is beautiful and she's little. Kim Kardashian is little, and guys like that, right? So when Kim Kardashian displayed the thick body and the fat ass, and it was very seamless too, because I remember at that time back in 2006, 2007, there were a lot of people asking like, hey, is that her natural shape? And then there were pictures at that time roaming around on the internet of how she looked when she was younger, and they were like, oh, she's exotic, what is she? Oh, she's Armenian, she's not really white, and all those things. So people were trying to make it seem like because she had a little flavor, her ass might have been natural. And so basically it was too much when the black woman had the voluptuous shape, the thick thighs, the big hips, and the fat ass and everything like that. But then when Kim Kardashian came along, it was nice and whatever. And then I don't know, we're here. But I'm not gonna blame her. If she's beautiful or whatever. But then,
She average.
huh?
She's average to me.
You not that attracted to Kim
Yeah,
Kardashian?
she is average.
You think so?
Yes, she is very like.
Out of the Kardashian sisters, are you one of those guys? Because I know every guy has a different preference. Do you think Courtney is the prettiest? And when we say Kardashian, I mean technically Kardashian would be Courtney and Kim, and Khloe, as we know, is not a Kardashian because her mother was loose or whatever.
She's.
But are you one of those guys that think that Courtney is prettier than Kim? Because some guys think that Courtney is prettier than Kim, and that's just preference based.
Let me look at Courtney. Golly, they're all they all regular to me. Like
Duncan says we prefer natural.
Duncan is correct.
So why don't y'all act like it? Not saying you and Duncan personally, but collectively as males, why don't y'all act like it?
I don't know. I don't know what y'all want from us. Like, because what? How do we have to show it?
Well, there's so many layers to that, right? Because as I said, the women getting their bodies done, most of the time they're doing it in comparison to other women. And as you know, women just naturally have a catty nature and they're always in competition. So that's one element with women, right? But then within the hypersexual culture, a whole is a whole.
They're in competition with other women, right?
Mm-hmm.
In competition for what?
It's funny because they're giving men no choice but to, hey, this is what I'm serving you, so you get what you get. And I understand that from a male's perspective, but they really compete with other women in the sense of whose ass is fatter than the others. That's really what that is.
They're competing with other women for what? Because in the competition, it's implied that there's a prize that you
like
get.
If I'm a woman and my ass is fatter than yours, I'm gonna get more attention from the man.
So that's what it's.
Or women will look at me on a high pedestal because my ass is fatter than yours. That's just from a female's perspective.
So they're competing for attention from women as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, then how are y'all putting it on men?
No, I can't put it on men because, like I just said a little while ago, that's what's put on the platter. That's what's put on the plate. So men are getting what they can get. But there is a such thing as there's a whole nother dynamic of, let's say a man is dating or he's in a relationship or he's married to a woman. She just so happens to be natural. And then if he cheats on her with a woman that gets her BBL or breast implants or whatever, right? That automatically goes into the physical aspect of things, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that he cheated on her because she got a BBL or she got surgery or whatever. But as a woman, from a woman's perspective, the woman is going to automatically think it's just like if a man cheats on a woman, all surgery and BBL aside, right? And a woman looks at your Facebook, your Instagram, like, who's this other woman that he cheated on me with? Or who's this other woman he's liking and loving her photos and all those things? A woman's going to go on her profile, look up all her pictures and, oh, is she pretty? That's the first thing a woman wants. Like, is she pretty? That's the first thing, right? And then if she's looking at her ass or her breast and she see like she got a BBL, that's a whole nother element. And if that BBL, even like if she got a BBL and she's average looking, but she has a BBL. Let's put it like that. That right there is the woman, because we're emotional creatures as women. So she's just going to think like, damn, that's why he's cheating on me with her. So, and the natural woman, let's say she probably has a medium ass size, just right, nothing too big. Her breasts, she's probably a B cup or a C cup, nothing too big. Then, and these women that experience these situations, somewhere down the line, they tend to get their bodies done because of that as well. So,
you know what's funny? The girls with the BBL can't keep a man if their life depended on it.
No, because they lack character.
So
they play with how God created them. And that's a very spiritual thing, and that coincides with your soul.
So what is if you know that, then what is it that makes y'all think that men cheat for physical reasons? Because we don't. I'm gonna tell you right now, men do not cheat for physical
How
reasons.
do men not cheat for physical reasons if the biggest form of cheating is having sex with another woman, and that's very physical?
That's not cheating in my book.
Well, you